And an early penalty there for the country boys. They'll get first use of the ball in some good territory here. So now working it out up to halfway. Zach Sadler with the hit up. And to dummy half now Kane McDermott. And Tyson Hodges with the go, shifts it on. And a good test early on here for the Vulcan side. An early penalty in country. Hoist the big kick up. Plenty on it in the gusty wind here at Otahuhu. But well taken at the back, it looks like. And Auckland pinned right up against that line, so they'll work it out. 100 metres to the line, out of yardage now.
Special welcome to all the visitors that are joining us around the world on the free stream, courtesy of Auckland Rugby League, brought to you by CTAS. I know there's a lot of special guests coming in from Australia, New South Wales country. Hope you enjoy the game here today as we see the boys get down to the business.
As we see there, Troy, our second penalty in as many sets. A little bit of poor discipline from the boys early on, and both coaches will be keen to stamp that out.
Auckland gets a bit of opportunity with the ball now. We'll see what they can do.
And Troy, you have a look around these two packs, you'd have to say that the Auckland strength would be in that forward pack. A few big boppers in there who might do some damage in the middle of the park.
Yep, as long as they've got a lot of energy in the tank, they get the roll on. Country look fit though, and they look like they'll be able to run all day.
So Dane Hill shifts it wide. It's like a bit of a right side shift here.
Just talking about the big boy, that number 16, their prop, a young Ueli. I think he'll be heading to the Cowboys at some point during the next season or two to join his brother up there.
And the big kick goes up, first test, it's a bouncing one, they've let it bounce, now shifts it wide. And is that raked out?
Ref says play on. Country on the settle now, getting it out of the red zone.
So a bit of an early scare there for the country boys, letting that ball bounce, but up to the task in the end defensively. But now you see some good line speed from the young Vulcan side, getting right up into their face, trying to restrict those meters. Couple of big hits there.
Certainly is a wee bit of energy coming off the team as well. They've got the communication up and they'll need it. These guys look pretty fast from New South Wales country.
Max Berry kicks down towards the corner, bouncing ball. Nathaniel Law back to collect, can't do much with it, and pinned out right there in the corner. See what they can do out of yardage here. Through from dummy half, well tackled though, country attacking in numbers. He gets awfully close to the sideline there.
Be fair to say New South Wales country will need to dominate in the tackles, make sure they're getting some dominance over the big boys.
Yeah, look, I think country's strengths really lie in the halves there. They've probably, I dare say, a little bit more composure throughout the side, but obviously don't have that strength, so they'll rely on their strengths to get through here and just try and really contain those couple of big boys in the middle of the park. But here you see again, Vulcans making some easy meters, look like a forward ball there.
Bit of a conversation going on at halfway. Obviously giving the referee a bit of guidance there, Corey.
Yes, that's right. And while we've got a stoppage in play, just a big hello to our audience tuning in from Australia. I know there's a lot of family and friends from the New South Wales country boys tuning in. Of course, a little bit of a problem with our website today, so we appreciate your patience on that one, but good to have you here. And please do join the conversation throughout the day on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, hashtag AucklandVCountry. Join the conversation, let us know your thoughts on how the game's going, and great to have you with us. You see some easy dummy half meters on display there. Loose carry though, ball comes out. Tyson Hodges tackled. They'll move it now to the right. Burry. Dummies goes himself, but there's no room there. Well tackled by Suani Hufanga. Last tackle now. Shifting it out wide. They're going to run it. Fullback dribbles a kick through.
Good
well
hands.
picked up, right out of the hands. And the Vulcans survive another one. Bit of an end-to-end game so far, isn't it, Troy?
Certainly is, mate, and that's the sort of football we like to see in the under-16s. Side to side, up and down the field. Oh, looked like he got a bit of a line break there. He's still going.
Yeah, good work there from young AJ Kapoa, the Ellerslie Pakuranga centre. Powerfully built like a lot of these Auckland boys. And there you see Hufanga off a short ball. Nice line. Commands plenty of attention from the country boys.
They still look very composed. I think as the game goes by, taking some of the Auckland crew upstairs is probably going to wear a bit thin.
And there we go, a bit of a perplexing decision on that one. Dane Hill runs from dummy half on the last tackle there, and he makes it to about, I think, the 40, and he's tackled. So country now will get some more good field position, and Auckland not really making them work for it so far.
Let's see how they go on this set.
See the big fella Sadler, good carry. McDermott into dummy half. Shifts to the right, Tyson Hodges.
Good following down here today too, Corey. A lot of the officials have turned up to watch this match along with spectators.
Yeah, they love their footy here at Otahuhu, and of course for the Australian guests who maybe aren't too familiar with the club, in terms of Auckland clubs, Otahuhu has produced more Kiwis and NRL players than any other. And here we go, a bit of action out wide. Looks like a forward, and whistle's gone. As I mentioned, Troy, they love their league out here. Of course, a few high-profile names that people might know from out these ways. Of course, Ruben Wiki and Otahuhu Jr. and more recently Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Oh, mate, throw him back in a bit of history there. We've got to go to player of the century, Mark Graham, legend.
Yes, absolutely. There's no shortage of stars coming out of the Otahuhu club, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, we're here in South Auckland on the edge of East Auckland here, and plenty of clubs around these ways. It's a real league stronghold. We're about 5 minutes away from Mount Smart Stadium.
Looks like some of the New South Wales country boys are warming up over the far side, or maybe they're just getting warm.
That's right, they'll need it today. Very chilly down here in the gully, but you see the scrum sitting down now, so country with the feed. Max Burry feeds the ball, comes out to the left, Sadler. Oh, and a big hit, big contact.
Got up, shook it off and played the ball, and they've got the roll on.
There we go, and a lovely left side shift there off the scrum play. Bit of a set play perhaps by coach Andrew Ryan, and you see again Sadler heavily involved getting in at first receiver there, and that's a nice try to start the game for country.
It'll be interesting now to see what the chat will be behind the line as the trainers come on for the Auckland Vulcans.
And that try, of course, scored by the number 11, Jack Patterson. He's a Greater Northern Tigers junior. Finishes off a nice little move there out wide, and good start for country. Difficult kick from out wide, though. It's that wind blowing right across the face. How's that for a kick? Lovely effort from out wide from Max Burry, and 6-0 early on to country. Ideal start for them, really. Plenty of field position early, and used it well.
At this point, as they come back to restart, special thanks to the Auckland Rugby League Board of Directors, John Ackland, CEO, making this game available to everyone to be able to watch, and great initiative.
And back underway, Burry takes it. First hit there met by the blue wall. You see the outside backs there getting in to do a bit of work, and there are some stinging hits here, and it's a brave man who carries this ball forward today, Troy. Some big boys, and they know how to hit. Here we go, a bit of a left side mood, and again, Jack Patterson involved.
Awesome meters coming out from inside their half, and and just as I say that, two of the big Auckland boys marching back a couple of meters. Quick play the ball, here they come again.
Yeah, and that defence there, Troy, a man we highlighted in the pre-game, Sawani Hufanga, he's a star for St Paul's College over here. The perennial heavyweights of college rugby league over here, and you know, at just 16 years of age, he's really stood out amongst some older boys this year, and you see there he's leading the way early on both sides of the ball.
Just on that, folks, too, College Rugby League brought free streaming each Wednesday. Join us, 4 o'clock kickoffs. Go to our website, www.aucklandleague.co.nz, and keep up to speed with the Auckland Rugby League, providing the College Rugby League Championship games.
Good carry forward there from one of the co-captains, Keanu Lamati Paki. And again, caught on last tackle up around halfway, and the Vulcans really guilty of not finishing their sets well here, and that is a worry. So Country now with some more good field positioning. They shift it to the left. Some nice hands out wide there, offload. Patterson out wide. Come back towards the middle. Alec Cocking fresh on the field, getting involved, and we got a penalty. Looks like a shot up around the head. So Country another set of 6. So Sadler with the carry, met by some strong defence there, good two-man tackle from the Aucklanders. They shift it to the left. Big pass out wide. Look at that, but another stinging hit. Auckland just holding them off the line now. That time Jai Doohan, and it looks like he might have fallen over eventually. Referee points to the spot, we've got another try. 10 points to 0, Country. What a start from the visitors.
Yeah, and the visitors are all running around doing high fives. The Auckland boys better get their head in the game and get a wee bit of possession, maintain those sets, and start building a bit of pressure, I think.
Troy, you mentioned you know, the clapping and talking that's going on from the Country boys. Plenty of energy from them, but we're not hearing much from the Aucklanders. Possibly a little bit shell-shocked early on.
Yeah, and hopefully they're just trying to get a wee bit of time to settle in. Like with all things, you know, touring, at least the guys here have had a wee bit of time to spend together. They've had their practice game against Otahuhu coming into this match. For the Auckland Vulcans, it's really about now. And once these guys finish this 80 minutes, you know, they'll go back to their club sides tomorrow and start playing footy again. But they really need to start building some pressure and maintaining their sets of 6 and getting in the game.
Another successful conversion from Max Burry there. Takes it out to 12 points to 0 Country. Auckland looking a little slow getting us back started. Sucking in the big ones.
Yeah, mate, this comes down to time to go out and really execute. So whatever the game plan is right now, they've got to adhere to it and really mount some pressure. Let's see what they do with the defence. And they've...
there we go, we've got a knock on. A big high kick out towards the left, and Luke Macbeth unfortunately spills it there. So the Vulcans here with a golden chance. They've got to at least get a repeat set off this one and really make this Countryside start to do some defensive work.
Mate, just seeing if there's a wee bit of chat now coming on from the Auckland team. Building a bit of pressure. A couple of the trainers are on, having the chat.
And this is the first real defensive test for country here. They've responded well through the early exchanges. Looked really good on attack, well disciplined. Let's see what they got on defence. So Auckland will shift it out wide. Hit up there from AJ Kapoa. Dylan Tavita into dummy half. Wide to Huanga. Huanga with the drop, and there we go.
Shame.
That's a coach killer. Second tackle, and Huanga drops the ball cold and lets country completely off the hook, and they'll work it out now.
The guys got to defend, eh? They've got to get that line speed, get up there now and keep them in this part of the footy field.
McDermott now into dummy half. Look at them, they're lining up. Here comes the big boy. That's number 15, Alec Cocking.
Good speed.
And Burry takes it out there on the right. Another good kick, catches the Auckland winger up. Fullback back to receive. And is he going to get out? Just country there in numbers. And he'll start the set about a metre out from the line. So there we go, another fantastic end to the set from country there. And young Max Burry really taking control of this game and guiding the side around.
Yeah, Max Berry's on fire, mate. I mean, great kick, great chase. Now they're down here and they're dominating.
And that looks like a little piggyback penalty, however, so probably the only blight on country's game so far, a little bit of lack of discipline, which is really kind of giving Auckland more possession than they deserve early on. So Auckland now shifting out of yards. Messi play the ball. And probably a little bit fortunate to get themselves a penalty there. So back-to-back penalties for the Vulcans.
We start again, Corey. Let's see what Auckland do with this.
Dylan Tavita with the touch finder. Hits that over into the cars here at Bert Henham Park. And this set now start from right on the halfway line. First carry from Javier Patavo, but again we've got them up inside the 10. That's 3 penalties in a row. How much can country take here? Whole glut of possession here from Auckland, and they'll start this set from inside the 30.
Great opportunity for Auckland. Still the energy coming off the New South Wales countryside. So, you know, they're fizzing.
Josh Ucha there with a good carry. They're lining up now, the big boys. Dane Hill shifts it wide. That's Javier Tutaki, the Bay Roskill Junior. Good hit up there. They'll look to the right. Dane Hill.
Got a bit of shape here. Let's see what they do.
Shifts wide. Chanel Harris Tavita involved. Out wide, AJ Kapoa looking for a gap. Breaks through a few. Look how many defenders he's dragged in there. Great carry there from Kapoa. Hill will look wide. Shifts it to Tavita. Nice hands. Reaches out. Claim for a try. Is he there? Referee Sam Walsh points to the spot. Auckland, first points of the game.
Be fair
12
to say,
points to 4.
Be fair to say, Corey, they look like one of their first sets of 6 that they've completed.
Yeah, well, that's right. All their Christmases came at once there with those 3 penalties in a row. Just really gave them a bit of ball and finally some room to put on a set play. And as you see there, nicely finished in the corner. Dylan Tavita with some nice hands out wide, and young Dylan Tavita kicking for the Vulcans under-16s. Dylan, he's a Warriors development player, a Toa Samoa under-16 representative. Plays out of the Richmond Bulldogs club. Not too far from here in Auckland, the Central Auckland club, with another with a proud tradition. And Troy Hardy, I believe you are counted as one of their alumni, a former Richmond boy yourself.
Yeah, great club, great footballers coming out of there. In fact, Auckland, rich across the whole region. It's just a conveyor belt of stars, and this is the next generation of stars coming through the grades. And whether they get on the pathway through to the Warriors from here or they get picked up from NRL clubs, there's just always a massive talent coming out of the Auckland Rugby League region.
And that kick from Tavita, a decent effort, but just to the left. So 12 points to 4, the score remains. But Auckland now with a little bit of momentum. Let's see what they can build on. And Troy, as you were mentioning before, some of the fine names to come out of the Richmond club. For our New South Wales viewers, probably one of the ones you'll know better, Nigel Wagner, who had a decorated career with the Sharks, Rabbitohs, and of course mainly the Bulldogs. He's here at the Warriors for a while too, but he's a Richmond boy and one of many to come out of there and go on to represent the Kiwis.
Lots, and again I'll throw back to some history. Freddie Arcoy, North Sydney Bears, ex-Richmond, ex-Kiwi captain, another great player, played alongside Mark Graham as well. Back to the game.
And just as we're talking there, Suani Hufanga with another big powerful hit up. And again, they shift it there. Nice to see the big men playing a little bit of footy at the line. Auckland now with a bit of a spring in their step, riding some momentum. They shift out to the right. Harris Chanel, but that's a soft drop, and Country now back on the ball. McDermott at dummy half shifts it on to Sadler. And again, we're seeing Sadler in at first receiver there. Plenty of touches on the ball, gets the offload away. And what do we got here? Everyone's stopping and looking. Sam Welsh says we'll go back and play it, boys.
I tell you, for New South Wales Country, I really like the look of number 7, young Max. He's directing all the traffic. He's got all the energy going. He's slotting everyone into the channels they're meant to be. Look at him out there, just onto it.
Now shift out to the left and seeing James Bradley with a bit of ball out wide. McDermott heads back to the centre. So McDermott shifts back to the middle. We've got a man down and back play. Burry with a kick under plenty of pressure. Goes up in the swirling wind. That's an easy one. Claimed there by Millen Brown, the Mount Albert Lions Jr. And Vulcans back on the ball.
Referee's called play. We're going to check that player out. And just while we do that, ladies and gentlemen, special thank you to all of our volunteers. Without the volunteers, a lot of the footy around Auckland, in fact, in any of the competitions that play rugby league, would be very hard to execute. So big shout out to all the volunteers. Thanks very much for all the work that they do and all the effort that goes in behind the scenes.
And a bit of a break here for a Country player down injured. Hopefully he's all right. Current trainers attending to him there, and he's up and on his feet, so that's good news. And a round of applause from the locals here at Otahuhu. Back on his feet and game about to get back underway.
Yep, he's just slotted back into the line there, and defence, the wall is up, ready to go. Auckland getting ready to play the ball.
So the Vulcans now working it out, 30 out, head back infield. Harris Tavita, off to Tavita. Now a nice shift, AJ Kapoa with a bit of room to move out wide, and you see he's terrorising that Country left edge into dummy half. Looks like he's kicked his own mate in the shin there. Tavita with a dirty kick, it's no good. Messy old kick, straight along the ground. That wouldn't have been what he was looking for there. So Country again with a good starting set position, and these last tackle options from Auckland just not good to start today. Good carry there from Tom Naka. Comes back to Burry. Wide we come. Some nice footwork there from Aiden Themthick. Out wide. Oh, over around the corner pass. Just short. Back infield, Burry. Big shift to the left, and we got a knock on there. Play on. Auckland regather, survive another one.
Very fortunate off the goal pad there. Now Auckland's got to get some structure, they've got to get some shape, and they've really got to try and get the, oh, no. What's the referee called there?
We're going back to
reset.
Play it. Of course, this is the first time this Auckland under-16 side have had the chance to have a run this year. Only come together recently, had a few training runs, but they're still getting to know each other. And Troy, you know, you mentioned earlier, of course, they play against each other most of the year, but to come together now and bond all the different personalities and traits and come together. It's not easy, especially at short notice like this, is it?
No, but it's also fantastic for the players for both teams, especially for New South Wales country. You know, these guys be playing against each other as well, and to get the opportunity to tour, you know, to form new relationships, new friends. This is what memories are made of, and they'll certainly be cherishing this moving forward. For the Auckland boys, probably not as much in the luxury of having that time, but certainly the same experience. And, you know, it'd be fair to say by this time next week, they'll be going back out and, you know, trying to smash one another and tackle hard in their club games. In the meantime, right now, it's about the next, well, the 80 minutes of football that they're playing right now.
And Auckland packed down this scrum, shifted out to the left. Some good sliding defence there from country, though, contains it. And you see here now the Auckland standoff, Harris Tavita getting a little bit more involved. Starting to share the workload here.
And just as you say that, Corey, a little bit of rain just starting to appear, just starting to get a little bit of spitting happening. Oh, great fend, and still rolling forward.
We see country getting there in numbers now. Ota at dummy half, shifts it out. Harris Tavita puts up the big towering bomb. It's a free one, and it's a drop there, knock on, but what have we got? Yeah, dropped ball, so Auckland with another chance, and look, that's 2 bombs now, I think, for 2 drops from the country boys, so that's a bit of a worry, but Vulcans now with their chance to get on the board again. And just while we stop here for a break, we've got Johnny Mack from the Auckland Rugby League come in here, the referee's development officer. John, if you could just take a quick minute to tell us about some of the opportunities on offer for young people if they want to get involved in Auckland Rugby League refereeing.
Sure, there's trips to Australia going all the time. At the end of this month, I'll be taking 2 young referees to the New South Wales Secondary Schools Carnival, and all of the current NRL referees have been through that same tournament. So it's a good intro for our boys, and they get seen.
Excellent, thank you, Johnny Mack, and absolutely, if you are at all interested in taking up the whistle, we always need more referees to help officiate our games here in Auckland. We'll get back to the play now, and Auckland shifted to the left, Tavita, out to Harris Tavita. Shifts it on now, a bit of room here, nice inside ball, but country, some good scrambling defence, holds them out, and that's the last tackle. So again, Troy, we don't see a kick on the last tackle, and Auckland caught with the ball in the last again. That's 3 in a row now.
Yeah, they don't want to keep doing that. Sorry about that, a little bit of English there, just as the gust of wind cranks up, and looks like New South Wales country adapting to the weather fairly well. It's going to get very chilly before the end of the day's out, especially for the second game. And New South Wales country starting to grind it out from their red zone and doing quite well. As far as Auckland's concerned, they really need to get their line speed up and get a bit of energy and keep them down here.
And there you see some smart work from the dummy half, McDermott. Notices a few of the Auckland big boys struggling to get back, ducks out a dummy half and catches them offside. And just as that's happening here, the winger out here on the right, Alan Lockwood, with a bit of a limp on, looks to be jogging it off. Country start this set from inside Auckland territory. Burry shifts out wide there. Tom Nacker with the hit up. McDermott comes left again. This one's Teague Wilton with a touch on the ball. Back to McDermott. Tavita gets hold of the shirt, just drags him down. Now to the left we come. And what's referee Sam Walsh, what's he called here? Tackle without the ball, I've just been informed. So country, another set now down from inside the 30. Tom Nacker with another hit up. Sorry, that's Alex Cocking, that one. McDermott to the left. And just misses everyone there. There's probably a bit of room on the outside there, but Pass right across the face.
Yeah, it'd be fair to say that opportunity probably went begging there on that edge. Special thanks also to SportSafe in regards to dressing the field today. One of the sponsors of the Auckland Rugby League.
So into the final couple of minutes here at Bert Henham Park in Otahuhu. Auckland back on the ball. Be lucky to survive that last country attack, and there we go. In fact, that's the siren. So last play, Auckland now with an offload, looking to keep it alive, but country wrap it up. So that'll do us for the half.
New South Wales country leading Vulcans 12 points to 4.
As we go to the sheds, New South Wales country leading the Auckland Vulcans 12 points to 4. Fairly even game through the opening half there, Troy, but plenty of errors which both coaches will be hoping to get out of the game. Would you blame the conditions for those?
Yes and no. I mean, Auckland should be used to this sort of weather, and be fair to say, just as you said, as they head to the sheds, looks like New South Wales country's going to the sheds.